Ashley got 6'7" was tired as hell. Kate and Jazzy, what's the real beef? Angel just a prop at this point. And what was on that damn phone? What's up, y'all, and welcome back to This With The News. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch my videos. If you are new here, please like, comment, and share this video, and welcome to the family. So today we will be recapping Real Housewives of Potomac season 10 reunion episode 2. Of course, they start off the episode with the Wendy and Ashley's fight, argument, whatever, is still ongoing. And Ashley does this weak ass, well, it says you had 6'7". 6'7". Like, what the, that was so boosted to me. I'm sorry, that shit was boosted. You could have did better than that. But basically they show like a screenshot of an article that says Wendy has 67 credit cards, allegedly. And I just feel like, and Wendy was like, what, and going back with her, and I'm just like, y'all too old for this. Like the 6'7" jokes at 40 is crazy. I feel like Ashley is kind of grasping for straws at this point. Her only role on this show is to be messy. Her last real storyline was her divorce with Michael. And since then, she has been the messy friend. And I get it, you know, you need mess on a reality TV show. You need that aspect too, but you have to bring more. And I feel like this season, she really didn't do that. She brought mess, she brought drama, and that's it. You was sleeping with people's sons. You was breaking up with your situationship, off and on situationship, who she's actually back on with somewhat. Like, it was just, it's just, you're not giving anything. And it might be time for her to, deuces, I'm on some new shit, I'm trucking my, yeah, it might be time for her to say bye for a little while until she gains something about her. She did display like a coloring book that she's starting, and maybe that's a way to have her come back for next season so we can see that. We don't care. We'll see it on your Instagram. She did touch on a good topic where she says she feel like she has to censor herself more, because Andy basically acts like, you know, the viewers notice that you have been a lot more messy this season than you have any other season. You know, you've always been that, but this season it was more so geared to being a mean girl. And she was like, well, I figured that now it's a little different. I have to censor myself now, you know, towards the sensitivity of the group. And I do kind of agree with her in a way. The group is very sensitive. And I feel like the state of the world is sensitive right now. Everybody is super sensitive. Everything is a think piece. Everything, you get canceled for saying a little bit of anything. And if you think about years prior on Potomac, they came for each other's neck. The clink clink, they showed that. The clink clink that Karen said to Ashley about Michael Darby. So it's just like certain shit you would be able to get away with like a few years ago, and you can't now. And I kind of don't really like that, because Angel, for example, she was too sensitive about every fucking thing. The whole catfish Facetune shit, she dragged that the whole season. It wasn't that deep. And it wasn't that deep because you definitely used Facetune. Like, too damn old to be that sensitive, too damn old. So I do kind of agree with her. She feel like she has to kind of change the trajectory of her performance, because at the end of the day, they performing. This is the reality TV show. They are putting on a performance. So yeah. And I honestly think anything outside of the Wendy comment she made about her going to jail, because that's like a situation I don't feel like you should play with, even with your friends. And even if she don't consider Wendy her friend, they are something. They are more than associates. So it's just like, that's not a joke you should make towards somebody when they're dealing with such a heavy situation. But all that other shit, light work. Light work, them hoes too sensitive. They didn't ask Ashley about the Jackson situation. And then of course, she says it was only a kiss. And I'm side-eyeing you, Ashley, because what you mean? Because if y'all watch What Happens Live after one of those episodes, she basically hinted at it was more than just a kiss. And I feel like she don't want to double down on that, because she sees how the world reacted and how Charisse reacted and everybody reacted to her just kissing him. And it's just like, girl, we know you. We know it didn't stop at a kiss. We know it didn't stop at a kiss. Shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up in here. Please. And then she also goes on to say that Charisse has been wanting her to be her, what she call her, stepdaughter? She been wanting Sharice been wanting Ashley to date her son. And I'm like, well, damn. And you know, I could kind of see that too, because her tune did change. And when I say her, I mean Sharice's tune did change once the world reacted. Because at the birthday party, she was like, hey, Ashley, look who's here. Jackson's here. That was after they sat her down and told her what happened between her and Jackson. So it's just like, girl, Sharice, you a little weird too. In light of her dating history, they start bringing up the fact that Ashley was dating a politician. And she was like, yep. And Stacey made a comment like, basically, what? That's hard to believe. And Ashley got a little pissed off. She got a little pissed off at that comment. She was like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? I'm an upstanding woman. And she was like, upstanding. She started talking about her. It was a lot. Like, I'm not gonna lie. She got mad as hell. You could see it all on her face. Ashley was offended by her saying that. Next, I believe they get to Kay. And I'm only recapping like the shit that actually makes sense to recap. Everything else, I just be feeling like fillers in there. So they bring up Kay and her whole situation and with Greg and all this shit. And once again, I know the reunions be very performative, but I feel like Kay is trying a little too hard with the whole. And she brings out the picture frame that Greg bought her. Like, girl, that's not a flex. It's okay that you like to collect picture frames. That's not the problem. The problem is, on the show, he went to the store to look at rings. The next time we see him and you together, he pulled out a bag from that same jewelry store, and it's a picture frame. So you have to see why this shit just look weird. And that's a bad look for him on his part. Because it's like, why are you playing in her face? Or why are you playing in our face as viewers? Why are you going shopping? Why are you going shopping for a ring? And then the next time we see you and her together and you have that bag from that store, it's a fucking picture frame. That's shady. Like, why is your man shading you? Like, what the fuck? So of course they get to her and Wendy's beef. And once again, I don't understand her and Wendy's beef. I don't. Like, what's tea? What's the problem? What's going on? That's another friendship I feel like, what happened? Literally nothing happened. So y'all know the whole debacle was that Wendy didn't speak to Kay at the event where she was talking, and Kay expected her to wave from her podium where she's speaking to an audience after she waved to her. She didn't wave to her. Kay felt some type of way about that. So of course Wendy bring some tea, some receipts, and she like, I got a picture right here of us hugging during that event, which they were hugging. They both look happy, jolly. And Kay pulls out a picture of the room, like how the room looked. And I'm like, why the fuck? What does that matter? Why do we care the layout of the room? And he's so damn shady because he's like, it's a beautiful room, small, but it's a beautiful room. Because why does that matter? Like, it clearly shows you hugging her. That's the only thing that matters. You said she didn't speak, she did. Let's move on. For me, I don't know, Kay this season was a little, she just seemed very angry this season outside of the scenes when she's with Greg. But like filming with the ladies, she seemed very bothered, very angry, not her fun, bubbly self, which is terrible. And maybe it was fucking Angel bringing her down, because Angel was a Debbie Downer her damn self as far as what we've seen. Maybe that's what it was. But Kay, if you come back next season, please do better. Please, like, give us some fun, light, shade, whatever. Don't be so angry about everything. Giselle talks about the situation with her dad. Y'all know she's been going through this whole lawsuit trying to basically get a hold of her dad's will. And she's been going back and forth with his wife about this. And I feel like that is so fucking evil of the wife to feel like his daughter and his granddaughters don't deserve anything from him. And the fact that she would even try to put it as if he didn't leave nothing to them is wild. Come on now. Come on. Like, let's be for real. Nothing? Not a damn thing? Like, that's some greedy ass shit. And you know what? Karma gonna buy her ass an ass. That's weak. But long story short, Giselle lost the lawsuit. She did not win. The judge sided with the wife, which is unfortunate. But and she did touch on the fact that a lot of people was like, Giselle just wanted to get his money or whatever. And Giselle was like, no, that has nothing to do with it. She was like, my dad was a civil rights leader. who sat alongside Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, one of them. He was a civil rights leader, and a lot of the things that he's done back then, he left towards his granddaughters, and his legacy, he wanted to go to his daughters and his granddaughters, which is understandable. The fuck? Okay. But yeah, that's an unfortunate situation. I really, really thought she was gonna win, because at the end of the day, you're the daughter of him. And for a paper to get signed during him being sick, after having brain surgery, like that don't raise a red flag. That's why the justice system is flawed like a motherfucker. But prayers out to Giselle and her family, and hopefully they could, I don't know, rectify that situation somehow. So Monique comes out, and I know her outfit has been getting a lot of slack on social media, but I honestly think it looks nice for how she described it. She said she was going with upside down pyramid vibe, and it looked nice for that. Like, I'm not mad at it. It's giving that whole type of vibe, so I like it. It's cute. I like when people think out the box. Her hair matched the same vibe. I like it. Y'all know who outfit I didn't like? Giselle's. Girl, you look plain as fuck. And I didn't like Angel's. Angel, her titties was smashed, pushed up, hanging out. That's not cute. But anyways, so Monique comes out, and of course Monique is real chill. She brings out the binder on some funny light shade shit, but not like really exposing anybody with it. I thought Andy would have kept it for the Bravo Clubhouse, but he didn't. He passed it back to her. Monique was here. Her segment was pretty chill. Well, what we did see of it, we didn't see much. We still get to see some next week. So she comes in, they ask her about, like, you know, her change and everything. I honestly like how Monique has grown over the years. Like, I love that about her. Yeah, it's like, it's no reason to, I mean, you have to grow. Every year you should be growing. So the fact that some people, I be seeing like viewers talking down about how she is now, and I think that's just weak as hell, because people just be expecting you to be the same, want you to be the same messy ass, mean ass, mad ass person, and that's just not realistic. But yeah, they start asking her about, like, you know, the different things with her change and like how it was doing that and all that. She gives the tea on that, but then she also drops some more tea. She said that she received a cease and desist last night from her ex-husband. Basically, he's trying to hush her from saying anything on that reunion that could, I don't know, maybe make him look bad, which is weird as fuck. Like, you're a man. Who's going to be the man? Like, make it make sense, please. I don't understand that, but it's like, that shit is just so boosted to me, because you tormented her, or I don't even know if it was torment, but it's just like, you was such a trash ass husband, she divorced you, and now you still fucking with her off of a show that you should have just minded your business on. You're not on this show. Monique is. Now, even as soon as Monique comes out, Stacey looked a little spooked. She looked like she sat up a little straighter. She's zoned in. She looks a little worried. Of course, the episode, y'all know they're gonna leave us off on a cliffhanger. They left us off with Monique pulling out her phone and said, I want you to see this. And I'm thinking she's talking to Andy, because she can't really show anybody else. She got sent a cease and desist. And she was like, I know you guys are not probably gonna be able to air it, but I want you to see this. What was on the phone? Because they did blur it out, so we couldn't see. We could see like the angle of what, like it was something on the phone, but it was blurred. And I'm just like, damn, we want to see too. We want to know the tea. Like, what was on the phone? Of course, they show like Stacey shaking her head or making these looks. And so I'm guessing it has something to do with Stacey. Hopefully we will find out next week. Also, next week we are getting the Grand Dame. The Grand Dame is back in all her Grand Dame-ness, okay? Sitting on that couch like mother, okay? And telling Wendy to shut up. She basically said, I like when your mom said, shut the fuck up, because you need to listen to her. She's back. Karen is who Giselle thinks she is, who Giselle want to be. Just saying. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.